first and foremost, physically, how are you? Are you ready to go for the FA Cup final?
Yep, I'm physically feeling good and yeah, ready to go.
We spoke to you this time last year ahead of the 2020 FA Cup final. How would you describe the last sort of 12 months for you since we last spoke?
Definitely a lot of ups and downs. I think I've had some really great moments. The team has went through some tough times and now some really highs and some big games ahead of us. So it's been very exciting. Obviously, a pretty crazy year for everyone as the whole COVID continues. But I think things are starting to turn around and yeah, looking forward.
It was obviously a very eventful final for you in particular last year, scoring the opening goal and suffering the injury. How do you reflect on that game now? And have you watched that final back?
I've watched a bit of it. Yes. It was yeah, a game where we obviously started strong, were able to get ahead, and yeah, unfortunately wasn't our day in the end. Obviously the injury was very tough for me, but yeah, like I said, I'm feeling good and I'm excited to kind of get some redemption and win it this year.
It looked from the stands that you knew you'd suffered that injury while you were in the middle of that run, and you still kind of tried to get the shot off anyway. Could you talk us through your thoughts in that moment? You knew obviously you'd done something before you tried to get the shot off, right?
I knew yeah, I pretty much did my hamstring as I was running, but yeah, I did everything I could to try to get a shot off, but in the end I just couldn't physically do it. But yeah, obviously it was a big game, so I had to give it everything.
What then was the summer like for you? Because it was quite a short break for everybody with the quick turnaround. Did you get a proper break, or were you sort of straight into rehab?
I was doing rehab the whole time, of course. I was able to get away for a couple days, but other than that, it was yeah, it was a quick turnaround, obviously, because the season was delayed a bit, so didn't get a whole lot of time off. But yeah, that's okay.
Frank Lampard told us, I think it was in September, that at the start of the season they were still sort of searching for the right training program for you to make sure you were fit for matches on a regular basis. And obviously you didn't make your first appearance until October the 3rd. What was happening during that period? Was that difficult for you because you felt as though you wanted to presumably to push to get back, but your body wasn't quite ready?
I was yeah, obviously battling with. I wanted to be ready as soon as possible at the start of the season, and I wanted to go right away. In hindsight, I guess I could have even taken my time a bit more, but I think that's just kind of the attitude I always have. Obviously, I want to be playing, and yeah, that's always the goal. I want to get myself in a position where I'm, fit and ready to go for every game.
You mentioned obviously the ups and downs and the sort of turbulence of this season. Frank Lampard obviously left the club in January. What was that period like? What was your reaction to it at the time?
It was tough, of course. He gave me a lot of opportunities, and we had some really great moments together, of course. So yeah, obviously it was tough to see him go, but he'll always be well respected at this club, of course, as the legend that he is, and yeah, now we've moved on, and we've been able to turn the corner and actually do quite well.
Yeah, doing very well under Thomas Tuchel. Obviously, a manager you had a prior relationship with. How did you feel when you found out that he would be coming in? Was it an advantage to you in some respects that a manager was coming in who knew you from before?
I don't know if it's a massive advantage. I think he came in with kind of an open mind. Obviously, it's nice that he knows me from before, and obviously we had a bit of a relationship from our Dortmund days. But yeah, I think he's come in and given everyone a chance, and it was a good change.
You must feel though. I mean, everyone talks about that obviously you did know the manager, but presumably in the sort of 4 or 5 years since, you must feel a completely different player from how you were then.
Oh, completely different. Yeah, I've grown a lot as a player for sure. I think there's a lot of things I've learned, a lot of experiences I've taken from that time. So yeah, I think he's come in and probably seen a much different player, hopefully much improved.
How do you think you have changed since those Dortmund days?
I think I don't know. I think I've worked a bit on everything. Obviously, physically, I've grown and become a bit stronger, and worked on that a lot. And yeah, just all in all, decision making and yeah, just attacking wise and everything, finishing, passing, and working on all the skills that that help me to dribble past opponents and things like that.
And when he first came in, the new manager, what were his first words to you?
Don't know if I recall the first words. I think just saying hello. Yeah, it was obviously good to see the staff again, because I knew some of them, so it was nice.
But I asked because he sort of said when he came in that he wanted to give everybody some game time to kind of work the players out, like a manager would do when he first came in. But I just wondered if that was any different with you, given that obviously, as you said, he did know you from before.
I don't know. I don't think so. I was pretty much on a similar page with everyone else, I would say.
The country was also in lockdown at that time, and I know we've had a lockdown last year as well, but everybody sort of had different ways of coping with that. And I believe I'm right in saying that you live alone in London. I just wondered what lockdown's been like for you, really.
It's been very tough, being over in a foreign country. For me by myself is never easy, but luckily I have my teammates that I get to see every day, of course, and good friends in them. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for things to slowly improve, and I can maybe get out and actually enjoy London for once. I feel like ever since I've been here, most of it's been in lockdown or with some restrictions.
Yeah, I mean, you always come across sort of so laid back and unflustered, but I know from when we last spoke, your family are very important to you. I mean, when was the last time you saw your family?
It's been a while. My mom's been able to visit, and my parents try to visit when they can, when everything is possible. But yeah, I'm really excited for this summer to get to see most of my family for the first time in a while.
Are they coming? Is anybody coming to Wembley at all?
I think they will. I think so. Yes.
I mean, that would be great for you, given that obviously last year everybody experienced the stadium with no fans. It's the fact that you're going to be able to have your family supporting you this time must be huge for you.
Yeah, that would be definitely incredible. So we're really excited that there will be some fans and some of the families will get to go.
I mean, the team will start favourite for that final. The form that Chelsea have been in has been fantastic, particularly since Thomas Tuchel took over. What do you think have been the biggest changes? What has he brought to the team?
I think he's brought a lot of structure to our team, defensively especially. I think we're a hard team to break down, and we're definitely very solid. I think that's been our main thing, and yeah, I think offensively as well. We have a lot of options, and we kind of understand the system and the positions that we're all supposed to play, and I think it's clicked well, and I think that's what's really made the difference.
I mean, it's a slightly different system, obviously, to what Frank was playing with the sort of two number 10s. What challenge does that pose for you? Because there's obviously a slightly different role that you're being asked to play from under Frank Lampard.
It's definitely it's different. It's a positions that I'm used to, though. Of course, it's just a bit of a different system, different lineup. The way kind of the attacking midfielders work, slightly more central, and then with the wing backs, of course, getting forward. But it's similar ideas, of course. Attacking. There's no exact way to say you have to do this, you have to do this. You kind of have to instinctively make decisions and be a bit creative and change things up. So that's always the same.
I'm sure that you'd obviously have wanted a bit more game time than you've had. I mean, there have been some reports suggesting that your future was in doubt, or that you might look at it this summer. Has that thought crossed your mind? Do you still see your long-term future at Chelsea?
Yeah, I'm obviously happy here. It's been an incredible 2 years, and yeah, people have always doubted and said oh, if he's not playing, where does he want to go here? Where does he want to go there? And I'm always up for a challenge, and I love competing, and I love the position I'm in, and I'm enjoying my time here.
And as you say, it's a great place to be at the moment. You've got 2 major finals to look forward to, with the Champions League as well. I mean, what would it mean to you to finish this season potentially with 2 trophies?
That's the goal, of course. Would be something extremely special after this season. You know, like we talked about, with all the ups and downs, to end with some trophies would definitely be incredible, and I would definitely enjoy my summer that much more. So.
Final couple. Leicester, what challenge do you expect them to pose on Saturday?
We know what Leicester's all about. They're going to battle. It's going to be a tough team, who have done extremely well in the league this year, and we know about their attacking, ability and some of the players that they have. So we expect them to come and battle, and we're going to give everything, and hopefully, if we, play the way that we do and match the intensity, I think we can beat them.
Was the Arsenal defeat in a way a kind of a wake-up call for the players, just as a sort of a reminder, a sharpener, if you like, that you can't let those standards drop?
Could be, yeah. I think it was definitely a very unlucky match. It felt like, obviously with the goal, a bit of a, unlucky, and then just couldn't seem to get the ball in the net. But maybe it's something that we needed. Now we're that much hungrier, that much more, looking forward to this game tomorrow. So.
Do you see it? Is there any sort of sense of redemption or, wanting to right the wrongs of last year from reaching the second consecutive final?
I think so. I think, anytime you're in a final, you want to win it, regardless of what's happened before. I definitely want to finish on the right end this year, and we have a great opportunity to do that tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to the match.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.